Hi everyone, welcome to yet another episode of In Defense Of, where we defend someone who needs defending, and in this case, this person really does. And today, justice for
Barb.
Let's take it from the top. Barb is a character who is kind of the stereotypical dorky sidekick. She's got like frills on and those like big glasses situation. Yes. And a lot of people are like, why are Nancy and Barb friends in the first place? But I think that Nancy used to be not that attractive.
I totally agree. I think this is one of those situations where, Nancy in junior high, she had braces, she was just
ton of acne probably.
To Barb. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, summer hits, Nancy gets hot, Barb is still the same. They still are friends.
Barb is a little bit behind in the growing into her hotness phase, which I fully believed would have come. I mean, Barb is a good friend. She notices Nancy's new bra.
Is that a new bra?
She's just really supportive.
Always there for her. Mm-hmm. She's just the best friend ever. Who wouldn't want a Barb in their lives?
We all need a Barb.
We do.
You're my Barb.
You're my Barb. Yes.
Oh. Nancy gets invited to a party, and Barb doesn't really get invited, but then Nancy's like, I'm bringing you, Barb.
You promised that you'd go. You're coming. We're gonna have a great time.
And then Barb doesn't want to go the entire time.
But because Barb is such a great friend, she goes to this party with Nancy.
And Steve is basically Jean-Ralphio from Parks and Rec. He's shotgunning a beer, and then he kind of peer pressures everyone else to shotgun a beer. Nancy does it, and then she actually peer pressures Barb into shotgunning a beer, and this is the downfall of Barb, as we all know.
Because Barb never gives in to peer pressure, and then all of a sudden, she finally does, which proves nothing ever comes good when you are forced to go somewhere.
So Barb doesn't shotgun the beer because she cuts herself, and then she's bleeding really bad.
So bad, like hospital, I need to go to an ambulance right now.
But instead, she goes by the pool, sulks, and kind of sits there, and then she's gone. And that's kind of the end of Barb. No one really seems to care.
The only person that gives any kind of like anything for her is Nancy.
When you left, did you see Barb?
What?
Barbara.
And she's like, hey, Barb's not here. So what does she do? She walks over to the payphone, gets on that, calls Barb's mom, and is like, hey, did Barb ever come home last night? No, she didn't. Where is she? Is she not at school? Oh, you know what? I think she's at the library. Does Nancy ever call Barb's mom to give her an update? Like, hey, she wasn't at the library. Also, where is Barb's mom with this search party? Does Barb have a dad? Does she have siblings? Like, where's Barb's family? Why don't they care? Why does no one care?
Everyone is so concerned about Will, and then they finally realize that Barb is like something happened with Barb because her car is still there, but then they're like, she probably ran off, and it's like, what? But then her car goes missing, and then they're like, well, she's gone with the car. But then here's what I don't get. Hopper eventually finds out that Will is not dead, and he is still somewhere, and this is a whole conspiracy. But they still don't really care about Barb.
No, and it's so sad. And then they, all of a sudden they're just like, oh, she ran away. Oh, did she? Would Barb do that? What would Barb do? Barb would not run away. Barb is chill. Barb is life.
Barb is life. There's like one of two life lessons here. One is don't give in to peer pressure, and if you don't know how to shotgun a beer, you're going to get taken by a Demogorgon. Barb, this is for you.